I'm going to turn this thing down a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Mic check 1 2. 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 All right. Can everybody hear me? We good? Everybody good today? Awesome. 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 It is my plum pleasing pleasure, more than that, a privilege to be here on this fantastic Saturday morning with our masterclass training. And we are recording this call just for your listening pleasure after the call has been done. We will definitely get it put up so that everybody can have it. I will be going over a number of things on today, so I encourage you to get yourself a piece of paper and something to write with and take copious notes so that you will be able to go over your notes and study them, simply because guess what? It's these things that will literally increase your knowledge, increase your power, increase your bank account. Would y'all agree? So how's everybody doing on a day? Just give me one word to explain your feeling today. One word that would explain how you feel on today. All right. Well, Michelle, honesty is awesome. LaShawn is excited. Tracy is grateful. I know that's right. Tiana, awesome. Shannon is calm. Judy is blessed. Tamara is excited. Kathy is amazing. Tiffany is doing great on today. Philia is awesome. Sharon is monumental. Interesting. Monumental. Corey said motivated. Dolores says clear. Kimberly says great. Executive Felicia, National Executive, says amazing. And Paulea, gotcha. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about you and how you want to feel today. I am simply, truly amazing on purpose. All right. So I just want to go over a quick few things. Everybody have their notes. Make sure you know Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday at 9:30 is the webinars. That is where you can basically send any of your guests, family, or friends to hear the information about how this amazing opportunity works, right? Because we all want to make sure that we allow the tools to work for you, right? So even if you're at work, you can still be making some money. Am I right about that? Yeah, use your tools. Make sure you write them down. Even if you don't have a guest, it's important that you actually go to these events so that way you can actually be that person one day, becoming the webinar host or presenter, because guess what? That's normally when you're making some amazing money, correct? So with that being said, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday night, Eastern time at 9:30, and those webinars are wide open for you, okay? Also, write down amazingtravel.biz, www.amazingtravel.biz, and that's where you can actually show them the information in the video. Just in case they cannot get to the webinar, they will be able to go to amazingtravel.biz. And at the end of the day, thank you so much, Tracy, for sharing the opportunity and presentations, ladies and gentlemen, okay? The next one is www.amazingtravel.biz/QLT, quick launch training. The reason why I'm giving you this because a lot of you right now, you are taking advantage of the promotion. How many of you are excited about this promotion that we actually have going on right now? And let me share something, ladies and gentlemen, with you. There are many people who have been involved in vacations or even Travaris, when it was Travaris, a company that is now able to come back for only $50. Literally, they're bringing everybody back. The nice thing to know about this, ladies and gentlemen, these positions will qualify you for your position, okay? They will qualify you for position, and at the same time, they are also going, the money is going into your residual income. So if you could ever take advantage of a promotion, you can actually former vacation members put it up on your site. I've already put the let me see if I can get it for you right now. I've already put it out there and on my Facebook. You can just share it on your pages, on your back office. You could copy it and put it in an email as well, so that way you can actually, I just sent out this email yesterday, okay? And I had 3 people send me an email right away. Literally, why? They literally sent me email right away. I want to get back in. I want to come back in. Do not think that people don't like vacations, because I can promise you the only reason why most people leave it because they may have been challenged at some point financially or whatever the case may be. So I encourage you to take advantage of this awesome promotion. And as you can see, the vacation travel welcome back. Just take that, copy it, paste it into an email, and send it out. This is the reason why it's so important to make sure you have an ongoing database. Would y'all agree with me on that? You have an ongoing database, because that way when stuff like this comes about, you're able to take advantage of your database. All right? So with that being said, we went over that. Also, every Saturday, there is this training, all right, which is your masterclass training for your business, to learn how to do your business. I understand last week, how many of y'all was on the training last week with Miss Lynn, who did the travel training? Anybody was on that call last weekend? They said she did a phenomenal job based on the travel side of the business, literally learning about the vendors and things of that nature. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the more you know and understand your business, the more you grow your bank account. Am I making sense? The more you understand your business, the more you grow your bank account. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to leave it like that. All right. Also, every single morning at 9:00 a.m., I actually do a personal development call. How many of you just heard some of the things that Jim Rohn was just saying in that video just now? All I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not being intentional about growing you, then you are so far off the cuff, okay? You must grow you as a person in order to build, to just be successful in life. Am I making sense? Everybody with me with it? In order to grow you, you have to, in order to be successful in any area of your life, whether it's your spiritual well-being, whether it's your health and wellness, whether it's just your business, whether it's being a parent, whether it's being a husband, a wife, whether it's being a leader, all of these things you need to develop on a daily basis. Okay? Hear what I just said. Now, and I know a lot of us said we don't like to read and we don't have time to do this. Well, guess what? I can promise you, your life is a direct reflection of your personal development. Your life is a direct reflection of your philosophies. Your life is a direct reflection of your belief systems. Okay? These are systems. Your life is dependent on your confidence level. Your life is a lot on your self motivation, right? things that motivate you, yourself, your expectations in life. So I will constantly say this: spend more time working on you than you spend on working on your business. Do you follow what I'm saying? Listen to what I just said. Spend more time working on you than you spend working and doing your business. Okay. Michael Jordan, anybody, Michael Jackson, do you think he was spending more time in working on his music and practicing than he was actually recording records? It might have took him 2 or 3 years before he came out with the next album, but you can best believe they were in that studio or doing something every day to develop himself, whether it was thinking, whether it was meditating, whether it was praying. All these things have a lot to do with, and we do this class every morning at 9 o'clock so that each and every one of you can get your personal development. Now, if I'm on the class and I do the class, guess what? You want to follow the leaders. That's it. At the end of the day, whatever we're doing, you want to do it. I mean, I obviously, if your job doesn't allow you, we do record the call so you can actually listen to it. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you just noticed me watching a personal development video. These are on 24 hours a day. So just because you cannot come to the class doesn't mean that you cannot personal develop. Am I making sense? Because you can personally develop in your car, going to work, in your, on your job with your earphones. There is, if you are intentional and you believe what I'm saying here, then you will make this happen. All right. So I definitely wanted to speak on that one. All right. Let's talk a little bit about what is happening in vacations. All right. I really want everybody to understand the company. Let's talk a little bit about the industry first. Let's just talk about the industry first. How many of you are familiar with Vima or even World Ventures or a lot of these companies that's out here? All right. A lot of the network marketing companies that's out here. I will tell you right now that the industry is literally under attack. Okay. What does that mean when I say they're under attack? They're really, because how many of y'all can see that the industry is shifting right now, right? Everybody is moving towards, they say within the next 5 years, every other household will be doing a home-based business. Did you hear what I just said? Every other household. So that house right next to you on this side and the other side is going to be doing, somebody in that house is going to be doing a home-based business. And it's literally shifting because now they're pushing more to become entrepreneurs versus employees. Does that make sense to you, right? Based on the way that the industry is set up and all of that stuff, I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to really understand this industry. The thing about it is the way that the company is coming along is that they want to make sure that things are in place for your long term. For the long termers. Is there anybody that want to be long term, like you want to be able to do this business pretty much residually for the rest of your life? Anybody in here would love to see some of your grandchildren be able to benefit from what you're doing today? Anybody want to see some of your great grandchildren, right? Things like that. Some of y'all want to be able to retire and still be able. How many of you want to build something and then tomorrow is gone because we didn't see value in that? I don't think none of us want to see that, right? None of us. At the end of the day, your time is very valuable, right? Your time is very valuable. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to do all of this work and then all because of something dumb, right? Something dumb, we shut down. We don't want to do that. All right. We have too good of an opportunity. And I believe all of us together, if we work together and we understand this together, then we can really help to police this company as it makes its transitions and its changes. Am I right about that? So we want to be mindful at the end of the day. If you've got a residual income coming in, protect that. Don't do nothing crazy to actually, move it out the way. The other thing here is a lot of you have seen companies like Vima. Vima just got shut down. It was a $600 million collaborate company. It ain't no small. Vima wasn't small at all. $600 million. If anybody have had the actually opportunity to take a look at that, companies, it says right there, the FTC, all of it, the writing, what happened and how, what took place. Well, guess what? We're doing what we're doing here, and this is about personal development. Do you think it's better to be proactive or reactive? Do you rather think us make moves now and make sure it don't happen, or do you want to wait for it to shut down and then try to respond to it? See, that's how most people are acting. Instead of being proactive, you're more reactive. Okay? What does proactive mean? Proactive means, did you take your calendar today and write out your weeks? Did you take your calendar out for your business and write your schedule down before you started business or during you doing business? Like every day I write my schedule or when I get time, right? Being proactive means you are making time. Am I making sense? Yes or yes? If you're literally saying, okay, well, I don't have time, it's not that you don't have time, it's just that you weren't willing to make time to do your business. You saw other things more, right? There was some things that had more of a priority on them. Am I making sense? Well, at the same time, being proactive literally says, would you like to live your life by design or by chance? Do you want to live a life by design? By design means that you're planning, right? You're being proactive, right? But most people, would y'all agree, live by chance, right? You live by chance. So when I look at this opportunity to say, like, if you are working for somebody, are you living by chance or are you living by design? You live by chance because you don't never know, basically, right? And can you, if you're writing your check or somebody else is writing your check, do you have the ability to write your own check out, right? Like, do you have the ability to write the check? Do you have the ability? At the end of the day, do you want the ability to write your own checks at the end of the day? Yes. So that's going from what? Dependent to become independent, because now if I can write the checks, then I'm more proactive than reactive to the bottom line. So the company is just being proactive. Now, as a business owner, does it mean that every decision, even as a parent, as a teacher, or as an instructor, when you're in management, isn't it a point that sometimes you have to make decisions that may not always work, but you got to take chances on that? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care what it is. As a parent, you might say, well, I'm going to try this. Let's try it. Let's just check it out and see if it works. Well, guess what? The same exact thing that happens in business. When you actually are in business, there's things that we have to be proactive on. We got to take chances, and we pray at the end of the day in faith that it all works out. Correct? Everybody know that, right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed, is it? Nothing. I don't care if I have a job, that's not guaranteed, because I went to work and the daggone place was shut down and I didn't even get the check. I thought I had it, and I have a job. Nothing is guaranteed. Some people didn't wake up this morning. It ain't guaranteed. So at the end of the day, understand that direction of the company is we are putting together something that is totally amazing. And I know some of you may not, you're probably wondering. Now, the key is just know that we have been very proactive. Let it be known when we left that Diamond event, we are 100% in compliant based on things that have been put in place, all right, for us to do. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, We literally, when you have CEOs from other companies joining forces with vacations, y'all think we got it right? I mean, literally. I mean, you take a five links, right, who has done something amazing. They have their company was three times the size of vacations, right? But when you see CEOs from that company coming over and saying, guess what? I'm in. Now they've been in the industry for 25 plus years. So that must give us something, right? When you see, and it wasn't just five links, you're looking at about five companies that's partnering with vacations. That's five different CEOs. You're talking about investors right now that's investing in this platform. When you see what we have done, you're going to want to invest. We're positioning ourselves literally to be able to go public. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a clue what that means? Right? Oh, we just went public. Those people that's right here where we are at, imagine now you purchase shares in the company, and who do you think will have first dabs at that, ladies and gentlemen? Get yourself, take this business serious. We are now in a position where they're talking about we'll be able to have a 401k. Come on, we'll be the only interest out there right now where we can get what? 401k, health insurance. Why? Let me share something with you, the direction. How many people actually need to stay on their job for the benefits so that they can have medical and things of that nature, right? Well, the only reason why people are able to do that on a job, because it's a network of people, right? So they're able to get the cost down. Watch this, able to get the cost down so that it is affordable to what? The employee. Now, the employee is still paying a little something every week out their check, aren't they not? You're still paying a little something, but because of the network, it gives you buying power. So now instead of me going to Blue Cross and Blue Shield, I'm taking our mega network. It's 34,000 just in vacations. So we go to Blue Cross and Blue Shield and say, listen, we want to plan for our, y'all not listening to me, for our network. See, when things are coming to a point where you guys will attract everybody to your business because of the way we are set up. Period. See, I'm not taking this thing where, okay, this is just, wait a minute. I'm not taking this thing to where it's just some ordinary, I'm just making some money. And I think that's where a lot of people really miss out on, right? Our top income producer last month made $92,000. Did you hear what I just said? In a month. No, now I'm sure there's a lot of people out here who can make $92,000 in a month. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a whole lot of opportunities out here, right? But let me ask you a question. You make $92,000 a month and then you can wake up and do what you want. You could decide to go on vacation for 2 or 3 months if you wanted to. And knowing that income is going to continue to grow, ladies and gentlemen, please don't get it twisted. When you see that, anybody know what 92,000 times that by 12? That's over $1 million a year. Are you with me? Period. So when you can literally, he invested literally $79 to start the business. $79 to start the business. And now 2 years later, you're in the 92, 80, 70, $50,000 a month. Your check starts off with 30,000. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, when will we get it? Is this something that you can literally make some sacrifices to build yourself, to understand what this man is saying and get it? At the end of the day, guess what? We just told you within the next 5 years to 10 years, every other household will be doing a network marketing company. So do you think they would come into a company where they can get health coverage? Do you think they would be? See, the whole system is shifting now, ladies and gentlemen. The whole industry is shifting. So when you got that kind of those many people, shoot, we can get health coverage for you. We can get IRA. Like they gonna have an IRA. They gonna have a retirement program. All of this stuff is about to become part of this opportunity. Do you think it's worth $150 to get started? Absolutely. Right? Now, at the end of the day, the only difference between you and me, those that are making money and those that are not making money, are the people who are intentional about building their business and those who are not intentional. You're either building it by chance. You follow what I'm saying? You're either building it by design or you're building it by you really haven't committed. Am I making sense? The only difference between me, I'm committed mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm committed. That's it. It's not that, oh, Kemp is better than you. No, Kemp isn't better than you. We all been. The only difference is Kemp is working on himself. That's it. And intentional. It's just like if a person decided to go to the school and be a doctor, a lawyer. I just intentionally decided to become a professional networker. That's it. It's like, oh, this ain't working. Yes, it is. That sounds like a person in college and you failing in your exam and you say, oh, this ain't working for me, and you drop out. It's working. People are graduating. If people graduated and you didn't, you just weren't willing to give what it took. You weren't willing to make the commitments, necessary sacrifices. You weren't willing to study. You wanted to party. You wanted to do everything else. When everybody else was studying, you was out playing. You was out there on this. You was at every thing that your friends and stuff. That's the only difference. Once you become intentional, focused on this particular opportunity, it will pay you that way. It will pay you what you're worth. At the end of the day, it's no difference in any. It's like if you've been on your job 10 years, are you going to be better than you were when you first got started? Yes or yes. So if that's the case, then 10 years later, they should be paying you more money because you're more productive for the company. Yes, period. Same thing when it comes down to your business. All right. So the direction is a corporate umbrella to the point that, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at you, you will be able to do so much. I can't tell y'all, I am so excited. We're partnered with Paycation, obviously. We're partnered with Priceline. We're partnered with Carnival Cruise Lines. We're partnered with Royal Caribbean. Literally, Carnival Cruise Lines itself, our numbers have went up 200% in the last year. 200%. We're booking over $50 million worth of travel. That will attract anybody that's in this industry. We're number 2, ranked to AAA right now, and we are zoning in on them so much that when we really take off, I guarantee you we will become number 1. It's nothing that they can do to stop us because there's so many of us, and the amount of people with the brand new travel university. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing with this travel university. You're actually going to have people who are going to be able to go to our travel university without even having to come through Paycations. They don't even have to come through Paycations. If they just said, I want to be a travel agent, they will be able to attend our university, get their certification, and simply book travel, period. All right? That's how amazing. We just partnered with BJ's. Anybody know who BJ's is? Yeah, them vacations they got. Yeah, we just partnered with them. When you look on your back office, we're partnered now with RCI. Anybody know who RCI is? Those little timeshare, when you don't have it, that catalog of RCI, if you don't, write down RCI and go on to your back office. Yeah, all of those people that's paying timeshare, We now partner with them. You're going to be able to go into your host company and you're going to be able to just look up. Let me see where I want to. You're going to be able to get condos, whether you want to get them for the whole week. And now you're going to be able to get them daily rates. So if you just want to go for a day or two, well, obviously the weekly plan is going to be better. But guess what? They're optional. You don't even have to go into none of it. It's just amazing things that's really coming down the pipe to literally help and assist you build your business. Now, when you have all of that in your back office, that you can actually say, just go to my website and they'll see, or give a free portal and they'll see we got premium. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? How about having a rewards program? Every time you make your monthly fee, you get paid reward bucks, right? Every time you now have your own store, we're gonna have our own shopping store where a person can go and look at this. If you want to go to Target, you can do it right in. But every time you use something, you're getting dollars, reward dollars, bucks, right? For that you could be using for airfare, hotels, pay your monthly fee. I mean, it's just given. When a person signs up, reward bucks is going to be given to them just because. No, you're still going to get paid and all that. That's just another incentive that is now going to be a part of this opportunity, to the point that, ladies and gentlemen, you can't stop us. We are unstoppable. This is why I'm telling you right now, make sure you get as many people on the books for this $50 right now, because everybody that's in will be grandfathered into that travel university. That travel university all by itself is going to be $400. Did you hear what I said? And everybody that's in the business already gets the travel university for free. You have to take your test within 90 days, but it's free to you. Now, anybody that comes in after the second is going to have to pay for that university. Yep. They are really taking this thing seriously, right? When I tell you the travel university, they're talking about 40 to 50 hours it's going to take that test. It ain't going to be no 10 module test. We saw the test. We saw the questions. Just in the first module, it's 2 quizzes and a test. 2 quizzes and a test. Did you hear what I just said? In just the first module. So it ain't going to be like, oh, I'm a certified travel agent and you got all these people getting this stuff and asking stupid questions and calling the vendors. You ain't even going to be able to get to the vendors now. The vendors ain't even going to show up on your back office no more until you take that test, because now they'll know that you're serious about being a travel consultant, and you will be very well versed. They got a section on geography. Yep, geography. Do you think you need to know your geography because when it comes down to becoming a travel agent? Absolutely. Oh, I want to go to South America. Where is that? I would be lost too. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Don't even get it twisted. I will be taking the test. That's why I'm drinking plenty of milk. But anyway, I love it because the way that it's actually set up, many of you will have an appreciation. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we are attracting business owners into this opportunity. If a person cannot see the value, I want everybody to understand this right now. Listen to what I'm saying. When you actually understand the network marketing platform and help people understand the value of this business, you're going to see some amazing things take place for you in your business. When a person says, well, I don't have the money right now, right? I don't have $150, right? Do you think they saw the value? Do you think they saw the value? They didn't see the value. They either didn't see the value or they don't believe what they saw. Am I making sense? So what does that mean? Where is value when it comes to this business? I want everybody to understand this. The value is based on the need or the void. The need or the void. Okay? Anybody that has joined this business opportunity, for whatever reason, there was either a need or a void somewhere. And then the more you understand the business, now it transfers. So watch what I'm saying here. A person says, well, I signed up for the travel. Like for me, when I looked at the actual opportunity, and my first initial statement was, I saw a cruise for 8 days and 7 nights for $240. When I know I had just came off a cruise where I spent $1,220 for pretty much the same cruise. Do you think I saw the value? What was the need? The need was to save money, right? Because even though I paid the $1,220 and went on the first cruise, it took me 5 years before I could go on to the next cruise, because obviously when you're raising children and life is coming down and your check is still the same, it becomes a little bit more difficult to come up with that $1,200 to take a cruise, right? Because now the kids are old enough to go on the cruise, so you're not going on by yourself. So now, instead of that $1,200, which was $2,400 for the two of us, now we got to include them. That's $4,800. That, man, that's a lot of money. But $4,800 versus 240 times 4, 240 is what? 480, 480, and 480, right? That's only about 900 and something dollars, right? 960. So 960 versus 4,800, it becomes a lot doable. Wow. I like this way. I like this way. It just makes sense. Am I making sense right now, ladies and gentlemen? So when you're sharing this business and a person, and watch this, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to really get this today. There's a reason why we tell you not to sell the business and not to talk about the business. What I want you to do is learn how to connect, right, to the people, so that when you connect to the people, you can now direct the people. Are you with me? Opposed to trying to tell them about vacations. I don't need you to tell them about vacations. I need you to connect. So if I'm saying me and Tracy works at the same job, we work at the same, hey Tracy, me and Tracy work at the same job, and we always eating lunch together and stuff like that, right? She's my friend, and me and her are talking at lunch, and I might say, Tracy, are they paying you enough here? Just come, like, are they paying you enough, like, really here? And what do you think Tracy is going to say? Nope. I mean, like, man, when is the next time we going to get a raise? Right? I'm talking to her, and we're connecting on the same ground. And if I connect to her and I'm saying, okay, Tracy, would you like to, if you could put $5,000 to $10,000 a month extra on your bottom line, would you like to see something? Would you want to hear more information about it? What do you think Tracy is going to say? Period. Now, I'm not telling her, okay, when she say absolutely, well, let me tell you about this business. No, 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 no. I'm not going to tell her about the business. I'm going to now direct her to the information. Am I making sense? What are you doing tonight? I ain't doing nothing. Well, I'm getting ready to go out to see this major that I mean it's huge opportunity that, I mean, don't you like to travel? Sure. What you doing? You want to go out? You want to hang out with me tonight? And at that point, She might say, well, I'm busy. She may not say I'm not busy. But if she says she's busy and she can't go out, well, let me shoot you a video real quick. Let me send you this quick video to your phone. Take a look at it, amazingtravel.biz, and let's talk tomorrow at lunch. I'm going to see her at lunch. Am I right? Yes or yes? So if I know me and her are going to talk at lunch, then do you think it's a possibility that I'm calling my leader up right now and I'm saying, hey, Corey, listen, I'm going to be meeting with someone at lunch tomorrow around 12:30. Are you available for a three-way? Are y'all following what I'm saying? Now notice I said, okay, I'm meeting with, even though I'm sitting here with her at lunch, does that mean that I got to answer her questions or anything? No. I just called Corey, which is my national, and I'm saying, Corey, listen, will you be available on Friday at 12 o'clock because I'm meeting with someone for lunch? At that point, they have already seen the information, right? Because they watched the video. So Corey is there for me, you know, my national. And then at that point, Tracy says, oh my God, I really like that information. Tell me more about it. Like, what do you want? What did you really like about it, Tracy? I'm like, can you really save money on that? Girl, hold on. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, hold on. Where's my phone? And I'm getting my phone. And I'm calling up Corey. Am I making sense? And I'm just like, even notice what I did, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't say I'm about to call my leader, I'm gonna call my this, because that's almost like if you there and you call somebody, it look like you're about to jump me. Are you following what I'm saying? It looks like even if you're on the phone doing a three-way, a person just watched the information and they say, okay, can you hold on while I call my national so they can talk to you? What do you think most people are going to say? No. Don't call. I just want to ask you questions. Why? Because they do what? They trust you. So at the end of the day, this process has to go differently. So now watch this. Hey Tracy, hey Tracy, what did you like most about what you just saw? Well, I like such and such and such and such. I'll be like, Tracy, you know what? I did too. Can you hold on for 1 second? And what do you think she's going to say? She's more than likely going to say yes because she thinks I'm going to the other line to answer my phone, right? Yes or yes? Anybody with me? Here's another secret that you can do. How many of you can text somebody while you're on the phone? How many of y'all can text somebody while you're talking on the phone? Anybody got that kind of phone? You can text somebody like you talking and you texting, right? Right. So now, isn't it possible while I'm talking, I could say, Corey, call me now. And Corey calls me, right? Corey calls me. I'm like, oh my God. You're not, Tracy, you ain't even going to believe. Hold on. My other line is ringing real quick. Hold on. Bam. And I bring Corey over to the line. Tracy, you're not even going to believe who just called me, right? Can I do that even if I was meeting with Tracy at lunch at 7:15? Is it possible that I could tell Corey to call my phone at 12:15, right? Me and Tracy just sitting there talking at lunch at the lunch table, or we could be in my dining room, or the phone rings and it's like, oh, what is Shirley doing? Oh my God, girl, you ain't gonna believe who on my phone. Shirley, you know what? You just called right on time. You are not gonna believe I'm sitting here with this young lady, extraordinary friend of mine. Me and her actually work together, and she just got finished looking at the actual. Are y'all following what I'm saying? That's how you work this business. It's like a team. It's like we got to get on one accord. Like, I really want to be able to do a lot more three-ways for you. Why is three-ways so much more credible? Because I know Billy is already waiting on me. I know he coming with thunder. Like, Kemp, I'm going to put him on speakerphone. Like, Billy, He on my speakerphone. His energy is gonna be like, y'all can't beat me and Billy, because we just gonna shut it down. Period. Are you following what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to help you guys understand, if we work this thing together, we can be so much more effective. That's like a travel party. You at a travel party? Let me show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all how I know this works. When you're talking to one person, you and that person, you're done. You are done. Do you hear me? Your chances of closing that deal is about 92% to 8% that you ain't going to close it. You follow what I'm saying? You're not going to. I'm telling you, they will have you thinking like, oh yeah, oh man, that sounds so good. How much does it cost? And see that? See, watch this. They're so smooth with it. The next thing happens is you find yourself answering all these questions. Well, how much does it cost? Oh, girl, it only costs $149 to get it. It ain't a whole lot. Oh, yeah, you get to save on these condos. Look, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. All right. Now I'm talking, right? I'm just talking. Do y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Right? Can you see this? Atlantis, right? Can you see this? Right? Can y'all see this? Right? Pictures paint 1,000 words, right? For the ladies that's in here, could I sell you a pair of shoes without you seeing them? Exactly. Heck no. I don't care how bad them shoes is. If I said give me $149 or $150 for these shoes, I'm saying, Tracy, these shoes are the bomb. They are like, oh my God, they coach, they this, they that, they this, they that. You think Tracy gonna buy those shoes before she see them? No, she ain't gonna buy them. I don't care how much I say. I can be there and speak to the freaking sun fall off my face. She ain't not buying those shoes. I'm telling you, Tracy, you gotta get these shoes, girl. Just give me the $150. And that's where most of you are when you're talking about your business. Oh, it's this, is this, is this. It's only $150, and now you're trying to justify everything. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This business is not worth $150 in their mind, because if it was, they would already have it. Did you hear what I just said? In their mind, it's not. Okay? Now, when a person comes to that meeting and there's energy in this room, there's a whole lot being said. And you want to know what is worth $150, ladies and gentlemen? When you hear the story of a single mom that's now home, being able to care for her child, and she don't have to go to work. Is that worth $150 for you to be able to stay at home? Is it worth $150 when you have now been able to take your family on a vacation 2 or 3 times this year? When you are able to look in your back office and you were able to make an extra $50,000 part-time, would it be worth $150? It's no different than if I came up to Tracy or anybody and I said, here, Tracy, here go my brand new BMW. All I want down is $150 and it's $70 a month. Do you think that they would take that BMW off my hands? Do you think Tracy is going to tell me I don't have the money? Do you think she gonna tell me the monthly fee? Do you think she's worrying about the monthly fee? No, she ain't worried about no monthly fee because she sees the value in the car. Am I making sense? See, when we start talking about value, 10 people, one person is always better than none. All right. The travel party. All you need is one person to move forward. Guess what? You're gonna have two. How many of y'all go to church and they say, come join the church? And everybody's standing there and they call an altar call or something like that, and nobody moves. Nobody moves. But then all of a sudden, one person moves, the next person moves, and the next person, and the more people that's moving, the more y'all not listening to what I'm saying here, right? So it's imperative that you use your system and stop trying to do all of this being the Lone Ranger. And like, I don't hear from, like, I'm looking at the names in this room. I can tell you, I have not heard from many of you to do a three-way call. Hopefully that's good because our diamond leaders are doing it, right? That's good. I'm going to leave it like that. Right. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take out a piece of paper, right? I want you to take out a piece of paper, and I want you to do this week. I want you to write down how many people did you invite to listen to the information? All right. How many people did you write to listen to the information? Now, do you invite everybody to listen to this information? And if you're inviting them, why are you inviting them? Listen to me here and watch this. How many of y'all been trying to get people in this business? If you've been trying to get people in the business, give me a 1. Okay, you got 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm looking at 50 people right now in the room. Okay, get people in the business. Been trying to invite people. Okay, I see another one. All right, listen. The reason why you can't get people in the business because people don't want to be gotten into the business. Did you hear what I just said? Stop trying to get people in your business because people don't want to be got into your business. Are you following what I'm saying? If you're trying to get people in your business, your mental is only going to line up your words where that person feels like you're trying to get them in. Are you fine? See, it's like he said, Mr. Motivator, I've been trying to get people in the business. Stop trying to get them in. Is this business called network getting people in the business or network marketing people? Network marketing. You follow what I'm saying? Network marketing. It works at okay. I'm going to do this. We got about 7 minutes. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to say this again, right? Listen to what I'm saying at the end of the day. All right? The reason why I'm saying this is because at the end of the day, I want everybody to write this down and put it in your notebook. I want you to write down marketing. I want you to Google this, marketing, how to market my business, how to market my network marketing business. I guarantee you, oh my God, can I prove it? I guess I'll just prove it. All right. Okay. How many of you work every day? You're working your jobs as well. You work a job as well. How many of you go to work every day? Okay. So that means you're leaving the house, right? You're leaving the house. Correct. All right. So The good thing about it is you are leaving the house. So when you're leaving the house, is it possible that before you get to work, maybe you want to leave 5 or 10 minutes earlier because you now have a home-based business? I'm being intentional right now, and I'm saying I'm going to go to, let me go into my book, and I'm going to look for places that I can drop off some flyers, right? I'm being intentional now. See, intentional means you're scheduling it. So that means I'm going to, instead of me leaving at 6, I'm going to leave at 5:45 so that I can make sure that I go to. Now, is it worth 15 minutes? Is it worth 15 minutes of your time to be a little earlier? Yes or yes, right? So you're leaving the freaking house. Well, guess what? Y'all see all of this stuff right here? Y'all see all of this stuff? This is like, this is stuff. This is just stuff. And laying this, y'all see that? I just want y'all to see this stuff, right? You see this? These are all cards, right? Right? Don't this look very professional and stuff like this? Don't this stuff look professional? Yes, right? If you had to print this stuff out, it would be quite costly for you, right? So why not get it for free from these travel parties and stuff? Do y'all see that label right there on the side? Y'all see that label? Let me just show it to you. See the label? Now, you know what I do with this stuff? Anybody ever go into the store for coffee? 7-Eleven, stop and get you some coffee. You stop and get coffee in the morning, don't you? That's intentional, right? And now it's a habit, isn't it? It's intentional. It's a habit now, right? So when you go and get your coffee, how about taking, see these cards right here? Anybody ever see these cards right here? These are postcards, right? How about taking like 5 of these cards, right? Do y'all have newspapers that people purchase in those stores? Anybody have any newspapers, right? That people come in like a Enquirer or a Tribune or something like that? A Chronicle, the Washington and all of that stuff? Yes, right? Do you think maybe before you leave the store, you take your little card and put it in the paper and leave? Is that unethical? I'm just saying. If it is, I guess I'm going to get locked up. But guess what? Wherever you go, I'm being intentional about my business. I'm going to make sure I put out. Kemp, I don't have nobody. I done went through my family and my friends, and don't nobody know me. I done ran out the people in Memphis, the people in Arkansas, the people in Philadelphia, the people in Jersey. I know every state. I done heard it. The people here are so narrow-minded. They don't want nothing. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? You're right. If that's what you believe, you're right. I will tell you this: you will never, ever, ever run out of people. Ever. I don't care. And if you think you're the only one in your city or your state or your little town that want to be financially free, you're wrong. Okay? You know what my belief system is? Everybody wants to be financially free once they understand it. Yeah, they do. Everybody. Don't you ever, ever put that in your universe that nobody, because that's why your business is failing. Your business is failing you totally because of you, right? Okay, marketing your network marketing business. Bam. Do y'all say that? Here go a whole hour building your business. Jim Rohn. See how that just came right up on Google? You is never going to run out of information, but you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional, right? 7 steps for network marketing success. Rock your network marketing business. Rock your network marketing business. Rock your network tips for building your own network marketing empire, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you a question? When I say be intentional and do your calendar, do you think it would be important to put maybe about an hour on your calendar, like every 2 hours? It's like maybe at least 2 hours in the week. All right, 1 hour, like on two, like I know some of y'all have Bible study on your calendar, right? You have prayer meeting on your calendar, right? Wouldn't it just make sense to put marketing, motivation, learning on your calendar too? Like when you're intentional about being somebody, like when I'm intentional about being a diamond, I have to learn this stuff, right? Just like when you got your, what you call it, your syllabus. What is it called in college? Isn't it a syllabus? No, what is it called? No, is it, what is it with your count, with your times that you have to be? Is it that the syllabus? Yeah, okay. Your syllabus, it gives you your schedule, right? So you know what hours that you need to be in school. But those aren't the same hours that you're studying, isn't it? So maybe it might be 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it might be 2 o'clock in the morning that you have to actually study. Anybody ever was in college and studied at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night? Anybody ever did that? Was that outside your comfort zone? If you wanted to be a 4.0, 3.8 student, now if you just wanted to pass the class just to say you went to college, then obviously you wasn't going out and beyond. But the same thing that you do for college, you do for your business, and see if you don't become a marketing genius in this business, right? She's up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning studying for that exam. Well, guess what? I was up early this morning, right? Do you think, yeah, I would love to sit in the house and sleep? Sure. But I had to get up early this morning so I could prepare to teach you this training this morning. Am I making sense? I'm past my time, ladies and gentlemen, but I definitely want to just share this information because at the end of the day, once you become intentional about building your network marketing business, I guarantee you, your business, you fill your head up, your bank account is automatic. You fill your head up, your bank account is automatic. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free on Facebook. I'm Mr. Motivator Satchel on Facebook. Join me on the phone number for personal development. Join us. I teach every single morning. I teach every single morning. So if you want to learn, guess what? I always say when the student is appeared, the teacher will show up. I'm here. I'm Diamond, but I'm willing to teach you, help you, show you, but you must be ready to learn, and you got to be intentional about it. Have a good day.
Philosophy is like a guidance system that helps you make decisions what to do, what not to do. From the information you get and what you learn and what you